Welcome, friends. Shana Rosenthal here, certified consulting hypnotist. How are you doing today? I wanted to jump on here real quick to talk to you about a common theme that I hear very often with my clients, which is overthinking. And that overthinking process causing high anxiety and affecting your life negatively. Do you relate to that? And if you do, I'd like you to think about this. What are your thoughts made of? What are your thoughts made of? And the answer is nothing. You bring your thoughts to life by the attention that you give them. Now we have 50 to 70,000 thoughts a day, either positive or negative. We are hardwired to think, and with the best intention in the world, there is absolutely nothing that you can do to stop these thoughts. Our brains and our minds are hardwired to think, which is why we are constantly having thoughts, right? Right, so the ones that are stressing us out, the ones that we are putting attention to, generally, are the negative thoughts. So it's really the law of nature, isn't it? If we put our attention to these things, then we're going to attract more of the same negativity. So what can we do to gain control over these thoughts? But it's very easy for me to sit here and say, just don't allow yourself to think about them, right? But that can't happen because, as I said, our brains and our minds are hardwired to think. Okay, so hi everyone. Really nice to see you. Jonathan, hi. I see you. Okay, so let's go back. So these thoughts, what can we do? We know we're going to have them. And we know that it's the negative thoughts that we tend to naturally give more attention to. So how can we control them? So I want to give you a metaphor to help you to understand how you can do this. This is what I want you to do. I want you to, from now on, to start to think about your thoughts as clouds in the sky. Right? So if you were to look up, imagine right now you're looking up and it's a windy day, and there are clouds way up there, okay? And it's a windy day, so you're going to notice that there are clouds that are up there and they're passing by, and it's gone. And what happens? In the distance, you're going to see another cloud right up there, and it's coming. And it's going to move over you, and then it's going to pass you by. Well, your thoughts are very similar to that. The difference is I've asked you to think about your thoughts as clouds all the way up there rather than all the way down here. So if you allow yourself to think of your thoughts, especially the negative ones, as clouds that are all the way up there, knowing that eventually these clouds will pass you by, try and think of your thoughts as being that far away from you, and you have a choice in that moment in time, knowing that it's there, to distance yourself away from it, to almost like make a decision not to get involved with that thought. Just know that it's there, observe it almost from a distance. Now, if you allow yourself to step back, know it's there, and make a decision that you're not going to get involved with it, I tell you what will happen eventually. It will just dissolve because another thought is coming. And if you allow yourself just to get involved with the positive thoughts, the thoughts that make you feel good, and start to try and train your mind to distance yourself from the negative thoughts, what will actually happen is you'll start to create a habit of you knowing subconsciously or naturally how to deal with those negative thoughts that you don't want to be absorbed with, because again, if you allow yourself to be completely absorbed with these negative thoughts, you will get more of the same. And your anxiety will be peaked, and then it will be like a snowball effect of the anxiety just kind of all absorbing you. And we know what happens if you allow yourself to do that. So I hope that that makes sense. It does take a little bit of effort to do this, because you're training your mind to do something different. It will seem unnatural at first, but if you do attempt to do this and repeat it over a number of days, just holding yourself with kindness when you do this, because it's not going to go perfectly each time, but just keep at it. What will happen then, your subconscious mind will understand and start recognizing that you feel better the more you do this, and you'll start to feel more removed from those negative thoughts, which is what the idea about this is. Now, to help you to distract your mind from the negative thought, when you feel that it's coming, remember we want to try and distance ourselves from it. So I want you to think about and absorb yourself in the moment. What are you doing right now? What is going on around you right now? And fully absorb yourself in the moment. So I don't know what it could be. It could be, for example, you could reach over and grab a drink. And rather than just allow your mind to get involved in that negative thought, for a moment, put it away from the negative thought and into having a glass of water or just a sip of water, and fully immerse yourself in that. What does that actually mean? Absolutely get involved in that one task and nothing else. So this is something called mindfulness, which is basically you being completely absorbed in this one task. Remember, we're just using this as a distraction from the negative thought. So you bring yourself into the moment. Now, this could be any task that you're doing, but I'm just using having a sip of water as an example. Take a breath, center yourself, look at the water. You're about to drink it. Okay, now take a sip, and as you do take a sip, you're going to notice with your senses what's going on. How does it taste? Is it cold? Is it room temperature? As you allow it to go down into your throat and as you swallow it, how does it feel? Now, it takes practice. You wouldn't have done this before, but what it's doing is it is helping you to distract yourself from getting involved in the negative thought that otherwise would have piqued your anxiety and possibly sent you into a downward spiral with that anxious thinking. So I'm going to ask you to try it. Let me know how successful you are. Watch this video again, maybe comment to encourage others to do it if you find that it is a useful tip. If you find that it is not working, it could be because you have things in your subconscious mind that you need professional help to let go of. If you find that that is the case, then I would recommend that you reach out to a professional to help you gain control of your anxious thinking. As always, I'm going to post a link if you'd like to talk to me about this. And you can schedule yourself 30 minutes of my time to see if I can point you in the right direction and help you further. So whatever you are doing today, I wish you a blessed day, a wonderful rest of your day, and just enjoy the moment. Keep that in the back of your mind. Enjoy the moment. Get involved with the moment to prevent yourself from that downward spiral of negative thinking. So please, if you've enjoyed this video, like it, comment that you did, and even share it so that someone else could benefit from it too if you found it useful. Thank you so very much, and see you next time.